We here to give you the culture. Don't got no time for you vultures. If you wanna learn about the game, I can coach you. Ballin' so hard, I should be on your poster. Holding it down, now I'm hot like the toaster. Starting my grind, it'll never be over. You get the picture, I say like a closer. Talking that talk, it get wild like the Joker. I hear that hate, I just laugh at you, dork. We eating good, got you mad at your fork. Giving your game, even if off the court. Saying you ball, I speak money in sport. Shine like a diamond, black Alex and spades. All mad how I'm calling these plays. Like an anthem, I'm ahead of the game. All about my cut, so I linked up with Blaze.
Okay, welcome.
Settle down.
Yeah, settle down. It's another episode of the Blade Sports Show. Me and Big Barl in here. Another great weekend of football.
It's going to be Daddy Barl soon.
Daddy Barl, yep, just made the big announcement, you know. The close ones knew, you know what I mean? We got the little sneak peek early, but they made the big announcement on the book today, so congrats to Carl and Erica, man. They got a little one on the way.
Future Colts offensive lineman.
Yeah, let's go. But like I said, bro, big weekend of football. A lot of big stories this weekend. Do you want to dive right into it?
I was going to be Stephen A. Barl today.
Oh, yeah, man, I was looking forward to that. I was hoping Carl was going to show up looking like, you know, he straight out of Western.
I was going to cook them. I might still put them on low heat today.
Yeah, I mean.
But I was going to cook them.
I think it's kind of one of them things that's always on low heat, you know what I mean? You're just waiting for it to overcook.
Preheat the oven right around week 15.
Yeah. So, I mean, here we are again. So, since we brought up the Cowboys game, do you want to go ahead and jump straight into that one?
Sure.
Even though that was Sunday, we'll go ahead and jump straight into that game.
I called it was going to be a low-scoring game.
Yeah, I think we both kind of knew that based off, you know, how both their defensive sides of the ball just fly to the football. They get to the quarterback, so we kind of knew this was going to be a defensive battle and come down to who can just get it done on offense.
Here's the thing. They have both of the defenses are top 5 defenses, and both offenses are can score 40 at any point. Right. So it was going to be one of those things where it was like a rubber match. Who is going to turn the ball over?
Yep, exactly.
And we kind of know who's going to turn the ball over.
Right.
So
once again, I mean, and, you know, I even jumped on the Dak train, bro. After that, you know, that performance the week before, I jumped on finally, and he just came right back and just showed me why I never have, you know what I mean?
He, quote-unquote, made us put our foots in our mouths.
Yeah.
But then again, we kind of should have seen it coming a little bit because Tampa's fucking awful. We just got, you know, Tom Brady miraged through that whole thing. Right. 49ers are a different ball game.
Man. And then, you know, Christian McCaffrey had a great game. That's one thing that, you know, I heard on McAfee earlier. They're kind of talking about how this dude's just always taking the biggest hits, bro. And he's not a huge guy. You know what I mean?
Doesn't look like he can take them.
No, and that's kind of been the story for you know his career the last couple of years is, you know, the injuries. But as long as that dude's healthy, man, he's killing. He had a great game. Brock Purdy, you know, you kind of spoke on that earlier. He had a decent game, kind of just managed the game again, didn't make the big mistake, and that's kind of what, you know, all it takes for that San Francisco offense to roll, you know what I mean?
He didn't have a huge game, but this was nobody was going to go crazy this game.
Yep.
The quarterbacks weren't going to go crazy, you know, unless, I mean, it's not Mahomes versus Allen or Burrow or whatever.
Right.
The quarterbacks weren't going to go crazy. Brock Purdy did what he had to do.
Oh, exactly. Managed the game and just exactly got it done.
Dak Prescott's turnovers were in the red zone.
Yep.
In a low-scoring game, when you turn the ball over in the red zone, you're begging to get beat.
I know, and it's just it's you know just the same old Cowboys year in and year out. I mean, you just kind of wait for this, and they get to, you know, they have that year where you're like, it's their year, bro. You know, even some of the outside people start thinking it's not just the Cowboys fans, and then they just do it again, man. They can't get out of that divisional round.
It'd be different if we said, you know, well, it was Dak and the defense that lost this game. Well, it was Dak and the offense that lost this game. No. Dak lost this game for the Cowboys.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Because, I mean, obviously, like you said, both what did he throw, 2 picks? And I think they're both
back-breaking picks.
Yeah, both in the
like
red zone.
Eli Manning-type picks.
Because up to that point, he hadn't had a bad game, and they were moving the football. I mean, CeeDee Lamb finished with over 100 yards.
He threw one real early to Gallup, and it was just fucking awful.
Awful,
Like,
yeah.
it didn't, like, he just And, like, when he throws it, he just, like, tweaks out. Like, he just,
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck I just did.
Yeah.
You know?
And you see that time and time again with him in those big moments. He kind of makes the bonehead play. And, you know, obviously, hindsight, it's like, what was I thinking? But, you know, in those moments, those are the decisions that he's made. And that's why I never have jumped on the Dak train there, in Dallas. But
Tony Pollard getting hurt was kind of big.
yeah.
You know, that was pretty big. But still, you got to credit San Francisco's defense.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
They got some playmakers on that defense. Terron Armstead, Fred Warner, Nick Bosa. Like,
and that's the thing. I mean, it's the most cliche thing, and I've said it, probably 15 times this year on the show, but defense wins championships, bro, and that's what it comes down to. If they can't score, they can't win. And you see those teams that have the strong defenses that don't miss tackles, and that's the thing you don't see on that 49ers side on their defense, bro. They don't miss tackles. They make those plays where a play might get stretched out and you see a running back might slip through and get another 5 yards or even break one. You know what I mean? And that stuff just doesn't happen against them, and that's what wins them ball games, and especially those dogfights like that game right there. Turnovers, defense won the game for him. So
I think Dak's back with the Cowboys.
I don't know, man.
He's under contract, but there's some.
Yeah, it's just it's that.
What do you do? Like. What do you do with that team? There's people saying, oh, he needs more playmakers. Gallup didn't have a single yard, I don't think, that game.
Right.
Can we, like you have Brandon Ayuk, right? So you have CeeDee Lamb is their number one, and Debo is San Francisco's number one, right?
Right.
That's an even matchup, kind of. Debo might be a little bit better.
Yeah.
And then you have Brandon Ayuk and then Michael Gallup. They're about the same.
Yeah, they're similar. Yeah, Ayuk's obviously probably had the better season, I think. But
it's just like, and then you have Dalton Schultz and then Kittle. Obviously, Kittle's better, but Dalton Schultz is baller.
Oh yeah, he balled out last week.
Dallas has weapons.
Yeah,
it's the fucking quarterback play.
Yeah, and that's in those games, that's when you solidify your name as that dude. You know what I mean? And it's kind of that old saying of just beating a dead horse. The front office every year, they're just going to go and evaluate at the end of the season, and it's like, at what point, where we get to this divisional round, and these quarterbacks, it's been like a plague in Dallas there that they just can't get it done in that round. They can't, it's been forever since they've even won playoff games. You know what I mean? And now what was their
1995, I think,
their first road playoff win in forever, in almost 30 years, I think is what it was. So it's like you just see that in Dallas all the time. So it's like, at what point is it time to move on from Dak?
Yeah, I think you got to move on from Dak. Yeah. I mean, it's hindsight, but if he doesn't turn the ball over, they win that game.
Exactly. Yeah.
Plain and simple. Let's go to Giants Eagles. Stay on the NFC side.
Okay. Giants Eagles on the NFC.
I fucked up.
Yep.
I fucked up.
Yeah, and I took Philly in this. I thought it would actually be a lot closer than this, and Philly just went out there and whooped their ass the entire game.
Did we? Okay, so I underestimated the Eagles, but did I overestimate the Giants? I don't know.
I don't know, man. The Eagles have been doing it all year.
Fucking good.
They're good,
dude.
Man.
Indy had them beat.
Yeah.
It's a different conversation, but Indy had them beat.
Yep.
God damn. The Eagles are so good.
So good, man. And that's the thing. I don't even want to take anything away from the Giants because they had a great year, man. I mean, obviously the record doesn't show, you know what I mean, at the end of the year that they had a great year, but to even get where they got, you know what I mean, this year, to end up in that divisional round playing against the Eagles, you hate to get blown out like that, but I mean, I think the future looks bright there. I think Daniel Jones is on
it's contract year.
Yeah, so
Daniel Jones, Saquon Barkley, there's a few others.
I think Giants got to keep them. I think they got to do everything.
Saquon said he wants to be with the Giants, and I think Daniel Jones did enough. I mean, what are you going to do? You got to keep him there.
Yeah, you got to keep him there. I mean, you got Dable there, so I mean,
especially with the improvement that you've seen under Dable in the first year. Imagine what he goes into second year in that offense.
Yep.
You got to keep him, but goddamn, them Eagles are so. We're going to talk about the Eagles 49ers matchup. I don't know if I have a pick yet.
Me neither. And I'm almost leaning towards the Eagles just after what they did to the Giants.
Shout out to Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, dude's balling out. And this is a guy
flawless.
That they were. This guy was. Is he the guy? Is he going to be able to do it in the NFL? And he just came out and balled out all year and
flawless.
I mean, And that's the thing. It's like, how hard is it to win every game in the NFL? You know what I mean? It seems like every team that, they make that run at the beginning of the season, get, 3/4 of the way through the season, and they take that first L. It's like, it has to happen, bro. You know what I mean?
Especially when there's tape.
Yeah.
Like when there's tape.
Exactly, bro.
You can figure people out. These dudes just keep – Nick Sirianni, he was with the Colts. I know a lot about that dude.
Yep.
When he was with the Colts, they won.
Yep.
Say what you want.
That's facts. That's facts. And he's one of those energy guys too. If you don't know a lot about Sirianni, he's one of them. He's in, real lively in practice.
Paisano.
Yeah, exactly. That's it. He's that he's got charisma. He's an Italian guy, so he's just he's loud. He gets the guys energetic when they're out there, and they buy into that. And that's what I love, those type of coaches, bro. Because when the coaches believe in it, what they're doing, the players start believing, and then everybody buys in, bro. And you see it there in Philly. It's the perfect thing. You know what I mean? Because to go from Jalen Hurts, being, speculation that he might not even be the guy, and be able to do it in the NFL, to this year just balling out and in 2 years just showing that he's an elite quarterback in the league. So.
You see that clip of him down the sideline, and the ref was kind of getting on him. He's like, shut the fuck. I know what the fuck I'm doing. I'm allowed to be here. Mic'd up, and he don't care.
I love that.
I like Nick Sirianni, man.
I wish we could get live, mic'd ups. When the guys are mic'd up, and they're I got to watch what I'm saying. Or if they're not, that's the stuff they're cutting. And
I wish there was a channel that we could pay for, a subscription, to have live mic'd up explicit.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Hear him
exactly.
Just, what the fuck is going
yeah, because
shit.
And that's what people want to watch. Yeah. I mean, obviously, it's not probably for everybody, but at the end of the day, bro,
that's why
I'm watching that.
I'd fucking sign up.
Yeah. Which it's obviously probably nothing that could ever happen, because these guys are actually coaching, and they'll get into people will be able to, whatever. So, but it'd be dope, bro. That'd be awesome.
All right,
let's go. Back on topic here.
Let's go to Jags Chiefs. I want to save that. We're gonna blend these two games into a conversation that I want to have before we go to break.
Let's get it.
We might go to break first, honestly. Let's see. Jags Chiefs.
Okay.
This was going to be a blowout.
Yeah.
Until
it was going to get bad, and I think I text you that off the bat.
Yeah, you did.
When they were up 20, or what was it, 14-0? I think.
No, it was 7-7. But
I think they went up 14-7. Then I was like, if they go 3 and out again, this might get ugly.
Yeah.
And I think that's right around when Pat went down.
Yeah. I mean, God, dude, Pat Mahomes is so fucking good.
Dude,
I used to be a hater.
Yeah.
I'll admit, I used to be a hater of Pat Mahomes, because people would be like, oh, this shit that he's doing, it'd be fucking just shit that you see, but he's getting praised for it.
Right.
When you see this dude, when the pocket collapses, and he's a small guy.
Yeah, he's
not big, tall. He's not tall.
Yeah.
And you see him do a fucking jump shot throw.
Yeah. Yep.
Dart. Nobody's doing that, dude. Nobody's doing that.
NFL blitz move.
Nobody's doing that. Stay said it when he was on here. He was like, we're already spoiled. And we are fucking spoiled.
No, that's
by
facts,
this, dude.
bro. I think we've seen the best football that's ever been played. You know what I mean? We saw from the time we've been kids to now, it's just.
When we were kids, it was Peyton against Brady, and you had Breeze. You had Big Ben coming up. Mm-hmm. You had Eli and Rivers and them. We are in the golden age of quarterbacks.
Oh, yeah, because it's just insane. I mean, you said something about that earlier, just how Mahomes, it's literally like he's just a video game, bro. He just does things that people aren't doing, you know what I mean? And he just does it better than everybody.
We are in the golden age of quarterbacks. You have Mahomes, Burrow, Allen, which we'll get to Allen in a little bit.
Yeah.
Lawrence is going to be a gangster.
Oh, yeah.
Lamar. Who else do we have? Jalen.
You said Danny Dimes?
Danny Dimes is going to be there. Brock Purdy.
Yeah, Purdy.
Fucking Brock Purdy.
Pay
Mr.
that,
Irrelevant.
man. Pay that, man. For real.
We are in a golden age of quarterbacks.
Facts. And, that's the thing. That as the longer the game goes on, the more elite these guys are going to get. They're just going to keep getting better and better. And it's it's crazy to watch, what Pat Mahomes is doing now, and even thinking that there's a ceiling that's higher. But
I think Kenny Pickett's going to be good.
Yeah, Kenny Pickett's. He's going to be good, bro. Obviously, that second half of the season. Yeah, that second half of the season.
Justin Herbert. I forgot about Herbert.
Tua. Exactly, bro. It's crazy. It's crazy.
if you don't have a franchise quarterback right now, you are fucked.
Yeah, you just ain't running.
Imagine being in the AFC.
Bro,
they're all in the AFC.
Yeah, all in the AFC, bro.
Except Purdy and Hurts. They're all in the fucking AFC.
Too, but yeah. No, are the Chargers in the AFC?
Yeah.
Yeah, they are. That's right. Yeah. Jesus, bro. That's insane.
It's all in the AFC.
Bro, just look at the AFC North. If Kenny ends up being a guy, bro, you got Lamar.
If Deshaun gets better.
Joe Burrow and Kenny, bro. That's insane.
Yeah, and
you got
if
Deshaun.
If
Deshaun comes out.
Better.
I mean, insane, bro.
That's what I'm saying. The Colts better get a motherfucking quarterback.
You better get somebody, bro.
That division ain't going to be bad for too long.
Man, I was listening to McAfee earlier today, and Boston Connor was just roasting the Colts.
He does it every fucking episode. Every episode.
He said they're maybe 5, 10, 15 years away from being good. And I was like, damn. Right. He was like, what's your problem, bro? What's your problem?
We're getting off subject, but I want to talk about it. Rappaport was on there one day, and it was when Carr was going through that shit when he got benched and stuff.
Yeah.
And he goes, Rap, I got a question for you. He said, where do you think Derek Carr ends up next year, and why is it the Colts?
I was watching that. That was hilarious.
Is it the Colts?
Yeah, that was hilarious.
Not doing it. Back to the Chiefs, Jaguars.
The Chiefs. I do want to touch on this guy right here, though. This
Travis Kelce?
No, this guy right here. How do you say his name?
Pacheco.
That dude was a steal in the draft, bro. That dude, he had a carry down the sideline, and this dude just looked like he was Sonic, bro. He just left everybody. Stiff armed somebody on like the 2 and scored a touchdown. And
remember, Chiefs don't have a running game though, do they?
And they definitely have a running game.
Yeah,
I mean, that's what people. That's obviously
idea.
the narrative. But
there's a difference between the Chiefs and the motherfucking Buffalo Bills.
Oh, yeah,
the Buffalo Bills don't run the football, and that's why they get beat every motherfucking year in the playoffs.
Balance. You gotta have balance in football. I mean, it's just. And I don't get it. That's like when you can't run the football. It's like I don't get why people abandon it. It's like you have to somehow, some way in that season try to establish a run game.
Help the
you
Chiefs
see these
in
teams
this game.
I mean, look at Tampa in their final game of the season. Just he's out there just throwing the rock like he's Kobe shooting the rock, bro.
When Mahomes went out, that's when Pacheco ripped that run off.
Yeah, and even talk about coming in and being a vet, fucking Chad Henne comes in and takes him down the field, 98-yard drive, boy. Baby. Gotta love it.
That's a vet. Yeah, but I mean, he did have the best tight end to ever play the fucking game on his team.
Yeah, bro. I mean,
is it bad that I say that right now?
No, I mean, obviously this he's got a lot left in the gas tank, bro. I mean, he's got a lot left in the gas tank. He's 4th all-time in receiving yards by a tight end already, bro. Insane. I mean, career high 14 catches.
You can say Gronk, but I think longevity.
Oh, yeah, it's definitely
Super Bowls
longevity.
matter.
Yeah.
Kelsey's got one. He's going to have an opportunity to get 3 or 4 more.
I think there's periods where people are great, too. Like, they're not great through their whole career. Gronk was like a period guy. Like, nobody had an answer for Gronk for, 3-4 years straight. Yeah. And then, I mean.
Kelsey's the standard.
Kelsey's the standard right now, and that's.
100 yards, I think, 2 tuds.
Bro,
I think he had 11 or 12 catches.
He had a catch, bro, where I don't know how Pat Mahomes even got the ball there, but he literally just threaded the needle perfect. Kelsey stuck his hands out and just grabbed it out between the 2 dudes. They were literally about 2 defenders could have picked it, and he just snatched it out between them and just kind of slid, almost like slipping a punch, just slid off to the side and just caught the pass. I mean, he's a special talent, bro. I mean, and even now, we're spoiled in any position right now. The receiver position we're spoiled at. We're spoiled at the defensive end positions in this league right now.
The NFL is a lot like the NBA.
Yeah.
It is just, if you think of the NFL in the 90s and the NBA in the 90s, it's just scary how good people are now.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Your skill position players are the best they've ever been.
Yeah, and that's you get in an argument with people, and, sometimes it's some old heads, compared to us, we're getting to be old heads, but when it comes to you get in them arguments with them old heads, and they just don't understand how much the game's changed in all aspects and in every sport. It's like these kids, everybody's elite, bro. It's not that people don't play defense in the NBA. It's just people are that good on offense in the NBA. Everybody's so good in every sport, but, it's just crazy how good every one of these guys are, and it's individuals too. You know what I mean? Like the NBA, kind of just to piggyback off your idea there. You got stars in the NFL spread out every position. You know what I mean? And it's never been like that. I don't think. it was the quarterbacks, it was the running backs,
like you had like your Marvin Harrisons, your Terrell Owens. You had players like that.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't remember. I've watched football for fucking 25 years.
Yeah.
It's crazy saying that. I don't remember it being like this.
No. And, I mean, it had to do that. The game's got to progress. The NFL's got to try to grow. That's why you see them going, overseas and trying to build fan bases over there. I don't know what the end goal is there, but it's just it's crazy to see where the game's going just in my lifetime. So it's only gonna keep getting better too.
To get back to this game, the Jaguars will be back. They overperformed this year. I think they're going to be the favorites to win the AFC South next year.
Oh yeah, that's facts.
I think Mahomes is going to be okay. We'll get into the game preview in a little bit, and I'll talk about that ankle.
Yeah, let's talk about that a little bit more after the break.
Yeah, let's go ahead and take a break. When we come back, we'll talk Bengals-Bills, and I have a discussion I want to talk about as far as, like, the best quarterbacks in the league, and then we can do some game preview.
Hey, we'd like to give a quick shout-out to all our sponsors. First, God's Goons with Brandon and Tara Chisholm. They're doing a lot of great things in the community, but you can catch them for Monday Night Men's Group from 5:30 to 6:30 at 1804 West 11th Street here in Marion. And again, Tuesday for Bibles and Biceps. Same time, same place. You can also get with High Moon Emporium, custom women's clothing and boutique. And if you're in the market to buy or sell a home, please get in contact with Nicholson Realty 2.0. They will walk you step by step through the progress and get you the best deal on your next home. It's only a phone call away. And when it's dinner time, please head over to Imagine Burgers and Brew and try out their already decadent menu, plus some of their new food items. Again, when your stomach is rumbling, don't get to fumbling the rock. Go get you a burger you always imagined at Imagine Burgers and Brew. And for any and all construction needs, please get with Derek Lewis and the crew at Above All Construction at 765-573-5982. Welcome back to the Blades Sports Show. It's me and Barl again. But before we get back into the NFL stuff, I wanted to dive into something we're actually going to start here soon. The fellas kind of actually did something that was similar to this when they first started the culture part of the show. But we're actually going to start taking submissions from local artists for songs. We're going to do what's called the Song of the Week. We're going to take submissions, and we'll pick a song, probably do it once or twice a month, and then just kind of run that song for a couple weeks. So any artists out there, go ahead and send us your music, anything you just dropped, anything you're about to drop. We're going to go through them, and we'll pick some out if we get any submissions, and we're just going to do that from here going out. So
yeah, we'll run it during the outro, I think.
We'll finish with that song, at the end of the episode. And, we just kind of want to try to help some of these local artists out, man, give them spotlight, and that's kind of what the show's always been about. So we're gonna keep doing that stuff. So be on the lookout for that, man, and we'll get the info out for that stuff here soon.
TikTok is up, no videos yet, but there will be videos this week.
Yeah, we wanted to build some stuff up, so
where we give you guys like 4 or 5 videos to watch right off rip.
Yeah, and we'll have a schedule. We'll have this stuff all planned out and scheduled to where you're just gonna have constant content when we get everything rolling. But
we went back to posting the actual videos on Facebook, because some people just love to be on Facebook, and that's like where our big audience is. But if you notice on Facebook, the video quality is 360p. Yeah. That's all YouTube or Facebook will let you upload in.
Right.
The same episodes are uploaded on YouTube. So if you want to sit down and watch it on your TV or on your phone, you can watch the episode in the quality that it was recorded in.
Facts.
On YouTube, and it's a lot better. Yeah. Promise.
Yep. And
subscribe to the YouTube. Just takes a click. No money.
All right,
like the page.
Even if you watch it on Facebook, man, go get on the YouTube, subscribe. It helps us out, man. We're trying to build our stuff up and, really make this a powerhouse here in the county and everywhere else. So
yeah. I mean, we see numbers on Facebook all the time. Yeah. Like, we've just done nothing but grow since we've got here.
Yep. So that's what we're trying to do, man. So we appreciate everybody that's tuning in every week, and tell a friend to tell a friend. And
shout out to the boys on the other show.
Facts, man. Shout out to Chris and
big
shout out
announcements
to Blades,
coming, dude. I'm excited.
Yep, me
I'm
too,
not going to get really into it, but super dope announcements.
Yeah, we got a lot of stuff coming, so keep tuning in, man. We're doing a lot of good stuff, like we said. But back to the playoff football here.
Joe Burrow.
Joey B.
Snow Burrow.
So, Carl, I think was the first person in America with the Joey B video in his hands. Because I think I actually looked back at the post. It almost seemed like you beat ESPN with that post.
That was close.
It was close.
I dragged it from Twitter, and ESPN posted it like right at the same time I did.
It was crazy. So that's what we're on, bro. That's what I'm trying to tell everybody, bro.
Yeah.
Barl's over here dropping it like he's
I'm making my own memes and shit. The videos will come too. Like it's just. If I'm just laying around, just hanging out and shit, and I ain't got nothing else to do.
Hell yeah, and bro,
the Christian Rock meme is fucking hilarious. The people that got it, that shit is fucking hilarious.
I was dying when I seen that. I reposted that instantly. I was dying for like 5 minutes straight about
Beat
that.
the fuck out of him with that Henny bottle.
Man, love you, baby. But man, I think I knew right at that moment because I think you posted it on Facebook, and then you sent it to our group text message. And as soon as I seen that, I was like, "Oh yeah, Bengals by 1,000."
Bengals by 1,000.
I was like, "Bro, bet the house on him, bro. Hammer that shit down." So, I mean, Joey B's just being Joey B. I mean, you spoke on it earlier before we were talking before the show, kind of going over things, just how this guy's just the best at being a quarterback. You know what I mean? And there's just
let's get to that conversation after we dissect this game because
let's
that is a conversation I have to talk about.
Right. So, Bills.
Josh Allen, I'll say this. It's not all Josh Allen's fault.
No, definitely not.
He didn't have the greatest game. What do the Bengals do? Okay, this is what I said last week. The Bengals are in what division? The AFC
North.
Right. What does the AFC North, every single team in the AFC North, what do they do?
Play defense.
What else do they do?
They run the ball well.
Run the motherfucking football. Yeah. Every single time an AFC North team plays an AFC North team, it's a fucking running the football defensive game, right?
Yep.
You're in the snow in a playoff game.
And I just can't get it, man.
You had two running backs, and I think they both had a combined 14 carries.
Yeah, and that's at home too. Like, you guys play, like, this is your spot. This is where, 15 feet of snowfall, every day. Like,
think of it like if you're playing Madden, right? Yeah. Like you're a young kid, you're playing Madden. You don't like really running the football. You just want to pass.
Right.
So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to fucking play coverage fucking defense on you.
Yep.
I'm just going to play coverage.
Yep.
If I know you're not going to run the football, that's the easiest fucking defense to play against.
Yep.
Send 4, we're just going to drop back.
And that's the thing with the Bengals, too. Their defense, I feel like they've kind of flown under the radar all season just because it's Joey B. I mean, that's the show there. You know what I mean? Jamar Chase, Higgins. Like,
Mixon had over 100.
And it's crazy because Mixon's the fourth guy I bring up, and that's why this defense just been kind of overlooked all year. But they've got the job done, obviously. I mean,
their offensive line was a question, but they answered the fucking call.
Yeah, I mean, it says
Snow might have helped them a little bit with the slide because the defensive lineman couldn't get acceleration to get to the offensive line with the snow. But
like you said, bro, I mean, for the Bills to go at home in the snow and go out there and have their quarterback throw, what's it say here, 42 times, bro. And he wasn't even that successful at throwing the balls, in that game. So it's just crazy. I mean, you go. I think that's literally for most teams, it's got to be in any fucking level of football. It's got to be like part of the formula is like establishing the run right off the bat.
Without looking at the stats, could you tell me how many yards receiving Stephon Diggs had this game?
I know he didn't have very many.
I know exactly how many he had. You want to know why? Because I had a 7-leg parlay, and I hit 6 of the 7 legs, and I needed Stephon Diggs to get over 50 yards.
And tell me who
over 50 yards.
Tell me who the last person on your parlay you thought wouldn't hit for you.
That was the layup. That was the layup of it all. It was an alternate parlay, so it's like Mixon over 40 yards.
Yeah.
Jamar Chase over 50 yards. It was Gabriel Davis over 25 yards. It was an easy one.
Right.
It was 50 to win.
Yeah.
Bro, it was 50 to win 400. I hit 6 legs. This motherfucker had 35 yards receiving.
And to throw the ball that many times, and Stephon Diggs doesn't have the best game of his career. Like, I don't get
35 yards receiving. Here's the thing. Stephon Diggs goes up to him. Did you see the clip?
Oh, yeah.
He's just like, what are you doing?
What are you doing, bro?
What are you doing? I'm open.
Yeah.
There's a stigma about wide receivers complaining about when they say they're open and shit like that. 90% of the time when they say they're open, they're motherfucking open.
Yeah.
Like,
and as a quarterback, like, it's tough to see everybody. I mean, there's so much that goes into every play. You're getting, you might get flushed one way or another. But at the end of the day, bro, like when you have a Stephon Diggs on your team, bro, like that's the guy I'm looking at. That's who I'm thinking in the back of my mind. Even if I look right first, if Stephon Diggs is back to the left, bro, like he's in my mind at all times.
He's your number one. Yeah. You think fucking Jamar Chase is Jamar Chase getting that treatment? Bro got the touchdown fucking first drive.
Facts.
Like first, I mean.
When you got ballers, you go to them, bro. You go to them to ball. And they just didn't, bro. I just didn't get it.
Until the Bills run the football, they will never win a Super Bowl. You have to be able to set up your pass. You just can't pass, and rely on your quarterback to get the running yards for you.
I think that's just one area that they just don't have that.
Look at
that guy. Yeah,
look at Philly. Jalen Hurts runs the football, right? But they also have Miles Sanders.
Right.
You know, if you guys don't trust Singletary or Cook that much, go sign a motherfucking running back.
Go get a running back.
Go
bro.
throw the bag at Josh Jacobs this year.
Somebody, yeah. I mean, because you look at the Bills the last even 3 years, bro. I mean, it's been the hype every year. They're going to go to the AFC. They're going to go to the AFC Championship game. And everybody's got the Super Bowl. Got them in the Super Bowl. And
McCaffrey was on the fucking trading block. Public knowledge. Yep. Throw the house at him.
They got to.
Now, we're all right. We're just going to ride with what we got. Look where that got you, and look at where the motherfucking 49ers are at.
You got your quarterback, you got your receivers. You have to have somebody that can run the ball.
You have to be able to run the ball.
And it can't just be your quarterback.
Even with Pat Mahomes, Andy Reid still runs the football.
Right. And he's Vanilla Vic, but at the end of the day, he's still got to be able to sit back there and throw the ball to be successful. And they got to be, I mean, like you said, that's just the whole thing. And that's the story of that game. They have to be able to run the football, and they couldn't. But like I said, don't take a single thing away from that Bengals defense because they came to play. They didn't. That was another game I didn't see hardly any missed tackles in on that side.
We both picked the Bengals, but I didn't think it was going to be. It was 27-10, like so that's kind of a blowout.
Yeah,
that was a fucking ass kicking.
Yeah, they just whooped their ass, right?
that was an ass kicking.
Yeah, when you got the number one screaming at QB one at the end of the game.
Yeah, that's an ass kicking.
And this is another thing. Got reported that Stephon Diggs actually left before the coaches even got to the locker room.
They
brought him back, and
Duke
then
Johnson
he dipped out again.
Duke Johnson had to go get him.
Yep. So obviously
not happy.
And I mean, that's not. I don't think that's a big headline thing. I don't think that drives him out of.
That just shows me he hates losing.
Exactly, bro.
I want players on my team that hate losing.
Facts,
I don't want to go into the locker room.
That's frustration, bro.
Here's the thing. It'd be different if this is their first year. This happened to them. This has happened to them 3 years in a row.
Oh yeah, and that's what you seen. Buddy was talking crazy from the Bengals. One of their defensive players. I can't remember his name. He was talking crazy, bro. He posted a picture of Stephon standing there. He's like, bro, been standing there for 3 years. But I mean that's got to be the most frustrating thing to, as an elite receiver in the league, to just constantly get to that same point, year in and year out, and just get the same result. Can't get over that hump, bro.
If you're Sean McDermott, right, the coach of the Bills, and this is the third year that this has happened in a row. Once was in the AFC title game. Other times in the divisional round. What do you say to your team in the locker room? Sorry, I mean, we had a good year, guys.
Yeah, this isn't high school or like middle school football anymore, bro. These guys are grown men.
Professionals.
This is their life now.
There's only so much shit that you can tell them. Sean McDermott, I'm not taking anything away from Sean McDermott.
No,
he's a great coach. At some point, you just got to run the fucking football, dude. Yeah, that's really all it is. Yeah. That's all it is.
That's literally all it's been the last 3 years. They can't get over that hump because they get to those games where you have to come out and show that you can run the football to open up the stuff that they do well.
Losing Von Miller hurt a lot.
Oh, definitely.
I will say that.
Yeah, it definitely did.
I'll cut him some slack on losing Von. They threw the sink at Von.
Yeah, because I mean, you look at Joe Mixon. He has a 100-yard game, and
he had like 40 in the first drive and a half.
Right, and
bro hit, and that was one of my parlays. Bro checked that off like fucking instantly.
Right. And with Von Miller, I mean, you put him out there. Does that happen? I mean, is it a different game? I think it might. I think it makes it
would have been a different game, but I don't think the Bills still would have won.
No, I don't think so. The way they play it on offense, when you can't score, you put up 10 points, and that's the most disappointing thing. And I hate to even put any weight on this, but you got a situation that just literally we talked about it in the show a couple weeks ago when this happened. DeMar Hamlin goes down, and ends up being okay. He's fine now. Like what better way to go out the season and just literally play your heart out for this dude, win the Super Bowl, and they make a movie about it. And they went out and laid it. I mean, they scored 10 points, but you might as well just erase that one in front of the zero because it was a goose egg to me.
Yeah, So let's get back to Joe Burrow. I don't think he could have played a better game, right? As a quarterback, he couldn't have played a better game. I said this. No. We were talking about this before we started Facts. The show. I've been thinking this. I even posted it. What was it, yesterday or the day before? I think I posted it yesterday. I said, if Burrow beats Mahomes this week, I said, we're going to have a conversation again.
Yep.
I think we can have that conversation now, but a little bit different of a conversation.
Yeah.
Orlovsky said it today, and I've been trying to find the words because I've had this thought, but I haven't had the words for it. He said the words for me.
Right.
Patrick Mahomes is the best player in football. Hands down, the best player. Last year, maybe the year before, it might have been Aaron Donald. Pat Mahomes is the best player in football. Joe Burrow plays quarterback better than anybody in football. Okay, so what that means is you have your guys like Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, Pat Mahomes that just do shit you can't teach.
Right.
Right? That like next level, just generational shit you can't teach. The fucking jump shot fucking throws. Lamar, even Justin Fields, running for fucking 150 a game.
Right, jumping and being completely horizontal with your body and throwing a 35-yard rope into the end zone.
Josh Allen being a running back as a quarterback. Joe Burrow plays everything Joe Burrow does outside of maybe his arm strength, you can teach.
Yep.
That's like Peyton Manning level shit. His preparation, his pocket manipulation, everything Joe Burrow does, you can teach. He is the best at playing quarterback in the NFL, I think.
And he also has that I hate using the word moxie because I kind of feel like that's what everybody said.
It's
but
moxie,
he's got that moxie. He's got that supreme confidence in himself that when he goes out there. I mean, look at the video. Like, literally, if you haven't seen the video, go to the Facebook page, bro. He literally, it's like the Steph Curry where he shoots it and turns around and looks at the crowd before it even goes in, and that's kind of what he throws a pass down the left sideline in warm-ups and just launches it. And
does a 180.
Yeah, just does a 180
as he throws it. And it's a dime. It looks like a dime.
Yeah. But
he knows the camera's on him, but he don't care.
No, and that's how he's going to play football, regardless if the camera's on him or not. He's going to play like he's the best. And that's like a perfect thing, kind of off subject, but the boys that we coach for our travel team, Miss Wall's travel team, third grade, I've been trying to get this through to them. Like, you guys got to go out there and quit playing, like, because they'll play to their competition a lot, dude. And it's like they don't have confidence in themselves. So, like, when they're playing well, they're playing really well. But when they're not playing well, they panic and start playing down to their competition. I'm like, you guys got to go out there like Kobe and just be like, I'm the best person on the court at all, even if you're not, bro. Like, telling yourself that, and that's Joe Burrow.
I'm going to take it from you because I'm going to take this from you right here. Yep, because this whole time I've been thinking about this, and I wanted to see how I was going to say it. Yeah. So when we think of the greatest of all time in football, who is it? It's Brady. It's Brady, right? Yeah. So who's the greatest of all time in basketball? You might say LeBron, but who do everyone?
Obviously
it's LeBron or Jordan, right?
Right, LeBron, Jordan, so, Kobe is always in the combo, yeah.
Right. So Brady is to Jordan what Burrow is to Kobe.
Oh yeah, yep. He's that.
Are we seeing the NFL's version of Kobe Bryant?
Yeah, and I
think of the moxie. Think of the mentality.
Yep.
Just think. Are we seeing the NFL's version of Kobe Bryant?
This man before the game in an interview says, "Better send the refunds."
Better send the refunds.
Because they ain't going to Atlanta. He said it.
My whole window is my whole career is my championship window. That's something Kobe would say, dude.
Facts.
Like Facts, that. Bro. That mean, this kid he's my favorite fucking player in the league.
Bro.
Like, I can't get enough of what you can sit here and say I have a man crush on this fucking dude. I'm sorry. I don't give a flying fuck. I don't care. That Shawn Michaels shit. I don't care. I don't care. Like, if you don't like watching this guy play football, you're a motherfucking hater.
Idiot.
Same thing with Pat Mahomes. If you can't watch Pat Mahomes play football and say, God damn, you're a fucking hater.
I feel like there's so many people that are just like, I always do this to those people, like the people that just hate LeBron or just hate Tom Brady. Like, I hate Tom Brady. And be like, why do you hate him? And they're like, well,
I'll tell you why I hate fucking Tom Brady, because he fucking took 4 Super Bowls away from Peyton Manning.
If you got a real reason, I just feel like there's so many people that don't have a reason. They just hate on him because he's a winner.
Hate on him because he's a winner. Exactly. You can't hate on winning. You can't.
No, you can't. I love it, bro. But for me to say that takes a lot, bro, because He's in my AFC North, bro. This dude's. I got to deal with this dude for the rest of of his career.
He ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, your boy's gonna be bald, grayed up on the side.
He will retire a Bengal. Yeah. He's not going anywhere.
I'm gonna look like Stewie when he's grown. Like
They're
still watching Joey B wreak havoc on my Steelers.
Cincinnati came out and said we are financially ready to pay Joe Burrow after the season.
You got to.
And
you have to extend him. You don't even let it get to the contract ending.
He's not going to get Mahomes as much. He's not going to get. Okay, so here's the thing: Deshaun Watson.
Yeah,
Deshaun Watson. People thought Deshaun Watson was going to set the bar for quarterbacks. No, that just shows how fucking dumb Cleveland is.
Yeah.
Nobody was ever going to get that guaranteed money ever again.
Nope.
Ever.
Nope.
You know, that's the situation that Lamar's in. Lamar turned down $120 million guaranteed. Yep. That came out. Turned it down. He's not going to get Deshaun money.
Nope.
Burrow's going to get paid.
Well, that's what everybody's going to hold out for, but when you do something like that, the Browns, and it still might work out for him. I mean, Deshaun Watson has been out of football for a while. They kind of treat, those couple games that he played towards the end of the season as a pregame, go into the offseason, get this guy, more acclimated to the system, and maybe it pays off. But at the end of the day, I think these quarterbacks it's their time to get paid, they're looking at it as, hey, this just reset the market. And now I can go get that. This dude's not even proven, but I just don't see anybody paying that, bro. I don't see too many teams that are in the position to even be able to do that either. Like the Browns just threw everything they had on them. I mean, that's a Hail Mary, so we'll see if it pays off. But I just don't see it happening. I don't see the market just being that and everybody getting more. Because you got to pay those guys more than Deshaun Watson, right?
Yeah.
Joey B, if that's the new market spot, you know what I mean? Like, Joey B gets $300 million then, or what? It's not going to happen. It's just not going to happen.
Let's make our predictions so we can wrap this shit up.
Okay.
Bengals, Chiefs. Pat Mahomes is probably going to play, but I would think that he's going to be limited.
Yeah.
And from going left to right, he's going to be limited, and that's his bread and butter.
They said Pat Mahomes left the game Sunday with no, they played Saturday, right?
I can't remember. I think it was Sunday.
Did they play Saturday? Yeah, they played Saturday. They said he left the game Saturday night without a boot on, not on crutches, but that could have been just you know what I mean, for optics. But
you don't want people to know you're in a walking boot.
No, but
I guarantee he's in a walking boot.
No, 100%, because the way he was moving in the pocket, and that his ankle's wrapped tighter than anything in the world. So we'll see. I think he's going to be
3-0 against them in the last 2 years.
Yeah, that's been the kryptonite there for the Chiefs. So, like you said, man, if
they don't give a fuck who they play, where they play, weather conditions, it don't fucking matter.
And I think it's going to be a banger either way. It's just hard to bet against Joey B and the Bengals right now. If anybody's and this is the worst part about it. I know we're trying to wrap it up right now, but with the Chiefs, bro, what you brought up earlier with this conversation when it comes to if the Bengals beat the Chiefs again this year, does Joey B pass Pat Mahomes? But you got that one asterisk now. Oh well, he went down with the ankle.
No, I don't care. I don't care. I don't care about that.
Oh, I don't either. But I'm saying that's going to be the excuse.
If Burrow
what sucks is that there's going to be one.
If Burrow beats Mahomes and Burrow wins the Super Bowl this year, he's the best player and quarterback in the NFL. Yeah. I'm sorry.
No, he proved it this season. I mean, Pat Mahomes comes out, he can still do it the next year. Obviously, you see this year in and year out, the top dog is different year in and year out. So, like I said,
I got Bengals.
I got Bengals, bro. I can't bet
against
them right now.
27-24. No, I'm going to go 31-24.
Okay.
Bengals 31-24.
I think that's a pretty fair score. I don't think it's a blowout or anything, but I think the Bengals win comfortably, maybe by 10.
I will say this. I think Bengals are up 2 scores for the majority of the game, and I think
make a little run at the end.
And I think Kansas City makes a little scary run at the end.
Okay.
I think Bengals come out Zach Taylor with a game plan. You've seen their offense come out. Look at what their offense did against the Bills in the first 2 drives.
Facts.
It looked like a video game.
Yep. And I think what I said today about the Bengals defense is this is gonna be whether I put my foot in my mouth. The Bengals, can they go out there and stop the Chiefs?
Will
can
the
they stop
Bengals
Kelsey?
offensive line hold up against Chris Jones in Kansas City?
Yep, and that's facts because I forgot about that too. They had some big injuries.
I don't know what the weather is going to be like in Kansas City this week. We'll have to look at that. But
yeah, but
Cowboys 49ers. Sorry, no. Eagles 49ers.
Eagles 49ers.
Toughest game I think I've had to pick this year.
Yep. This literally is. I mean, there's nothing especially because of the way the games went this past week, bro. This past weekend, it's like the Eagles blow them out, the 49ers. You know, do you kind of like, I don't know, the Giants laid an egg, or the Giants that bad, or the Eagles that good, or were the 49ers and Cowboys more evenly matched?
I have a prediction.
It's tough, man.
I think this is the game where we see Brock Purdy become a rookie. I think this is it. I think this is Brock Purdy's rookie game.
Yep.
Because I think, unlike Dallas, Nick Sirianni they have a mobile quarterback, like a legit mobile quarterback, and they have weapons everywhere. They can run the football. I think this isn't going to be a low-scoring game.
I don't think so.
At least not for the Eagles. The Eagles are going to be able to put up points.
Yep.
It's going to be on Brock Purdy to be able to keep up with Philly in a shootout.
Yep.
And I don't think he's going to. With all the weapons that he has, the Eagles have a really good defense.
And that's what I was about to say. That front four there in Philly, it's if they get to Purdy, like I think you're right. You're going to see him.
The Philadelphia Eagles are the Dallas Cowboys on steroids.
Yeah, exactly.
With better quarterback play.
Yep. So
you got A.J. Brown on the outside. You have Devontae Smith. You have Dallas Goedert. You have Miles Sanders, who's a Pro Bowler. Jason Kelsey, who might be the best center in the league.
Right. We could call it both ways, though. Like the 49ers could come right out and punch him in the mouth.
But what it comes down to is, do you like Jalen Hurts or Brock Purdy?
Jalen Hurts.
At Philly.
Hurts all day.
I like Hurts. Yep. And I think Purdy has some issues this game. I love Brock Purdy.
What did we just speak on? It's going to come down to quarterback play and defense play.
Brock Purdy is a motherfucking dog.
I
love Brock Purdy, and the
Mr.
conversation
Irrelevant.
that there's going to be a quarterback controversy next year is shut the fuck to bed.
Yep.
He is
it
their
should be.
quarterback.
Never know what can happen, but
let's
pay that man.
Let's take away the stigma of Mr. Irrelevant.
Yep.
Let's do the eye test. Okay.
Can this guy fucking
Let's
play?
not judge him based off of where he went to college. Where he went to college, where he got drafted, being the third-string quarterback. Let's do the eye test of the last 7 games.
Yeah.
7-0 in the last 7 games. Beat some tough-ass motherfucking teams.
Yeah, and I hate that system quarterback shit, but that's the system he's in. Bro. So if he's thriving in that system, fuck it. He's a system quarterback.
Would Dak be better in San Francisco?
I think
maybe. He's still throwing interceptions. That's judgment.
We said this all year, bro. My grandma could go to San Francisco and probably score some touchdowns for the 49ers. So
if you can't, but my argument about Dak is if you can't read when a fucking safety is like spying or fucking a linebacker, if you can't read that, it don't matter what system you're in.
That's what I've always seen about Dak is like when he's got those guys, he'll make the throws when his receivers have separation and they're there. He'll make the throws. It's those throws where he's got to make a tough read. He launches the ball and the read's not right. You know what I mean? Like you just
when
said.
The pressure's in your face, you got to get rid of the football.
Yep.
So regardless of what happens to Brock Purdy this game, because I don't think he's going to have a good game, and I think they get beat, he should be your quarterback going forward, and you should sign him to something. Give him like a 2-year.
Make him prove it from this point.
Like a 2-year, $25 million deal or something like that. Just pay him, but 2 years to prove it.
Right.
You don't hurt yourself on cap.
Show you can keep doing this, and
because the dude I think makes $600,000 a year right now.
Right. So you got your quarterback that's
bros on special teams making more than him.
Right. Dude's got a vitamin water.
Right.
He's got a vitamin water contract for that. So we'll see, man. I think not, I think somebody pays him. So
Bengals in the Super Bowl, and that is going to be dirty if that's what happens. That's going to be a
banger. It could be the best Super Bowl we've seen in years, bro.
Oh my goodness! But I think that's all we got for today.
Yes, sir. Please keep tuning in, everybody. Go get on the YouTube, subscribe.
We might have a little short episode too later on in the week.
Yeah.
Just, that's all we got.
That's all we got, guys.
Higher than Braun, I just need a lighter. Feel like a champ, need a ring for the hand. Cover it all from here across the land. Handle the plans, but you won't understand. So if you ain't know, this is the brand.